Welcome to my YouTube channel Shashi Krishna Foundation class. My name is Akshay Dave. Today I teach you about the Weizmann friends law, their definition, their properties, their behavior related to conduct conductor of a conductor. Here tell you again, in semiconductor physics is a subject inside the electric and electronic physics. So that's also in mechanical physics. So that's here I teach you about the firstly the conductor, then semiconductor, then insulator. So here I related to conductor I teach you about Lorentz law, related to related to Lorentz law. Then after that, also teach about what did the Lorentz Drude says about the related to conductor the electron behavior in the previous videos. So here I teach you about the Weizmann-Friends law, which is came out from the Drude and Lorentz things inside semiconductor physics related to their theoretical system. Okay, so here I teach you related to first I teach you about the conductors, then semiconductors and insulators. So one by one I teach you the lessons. So the first chapter related to conductor and inside conductor we ended up till the we are ended up till the we ended up to the thermoconductivity, which is related to Lorentz and the Drude theory. And then right now I come here, came here by my friend's law. Here I teach you. Okay, so let's start. Related to definition. See it here. For the metals, the ratio of thermoconductivity to electrical, the ratio of thermoconductivity to electrical conductivity. The thermoconductivity, remember this thing denoted by K, and the electrical conductivity, remember this thing denoted by conductor sign. Okay. So here they say so. For the metals, the ratio of thermoconductivity to electrical conductivity is directly proportional to the absolute temperature. Is directly proportional to the absolute temperature. Okay. The ratio of thermoconductivity and electrical conductivity is directly proportional to the absolute temperature. Absolute temperature is denoted by T. Absolute temperature is denoted by T. Here, K equals to thermoconductivity K equals to thermoconductivity. Conductivity sign this is called the electric conductivity. Conductivity sign here. Conductivity. And this is related to constant directly proportional, which is also called the directly proportional and T stands for absolute temperature. Absolute temperature. Okay. Here in Weizmann-Friends law I teach you, and Weizmann-Friends law came out from the theory of Lorentz and Drude. Okay, so let's move on. For metals, the ratio of the thermoconductivity to electrical conductivity is directly proportional to the absolute temperature. Okay, is directly proportional to the absolute temperature. This ratio is a constant. This ratio is a constant for all metals. at given temperature. Means to say this ratio is constant for all metals. With the if it is iron, copper, zinc, aluminum, any kind of metal, this ratio is constant for all metals at given temperature. Whatever the temperature, the ratio is constant to any kind of metal. Now consider next. As I see, it came out from the Lorentz and the Drude theory. So L is a proportionality constant. L is a proportionality constant. Remember this. It is known as a Lorentz number. L is a L is a proportionality constant, and it is known as Lorentz number. Its value is 2.44 into 10 power minus 8. Okay, 10 raised to power minus 8. Weidmann thermal conductivity at T equals to 293 Kelvin. Okay, remember this. Because according to this, I already tell you the normal room temperature. Room temperature is 273 Kelvin. Okay. It's 273 Kelvin, degree Kelvin, and here the 20 degree Kelvin exceed because its value is this, and L is a proportionality sign, proportionality constant. It is known as Lorentz number. Okay. Now let's move on. Weidmann ohm K at temperature equals to Weidmann ohm K means to say Weidmann Franz law CSE into current room temperature, which is denoted by ohm. Current room temperature is denoted by ohm here, and the Weidmann Franz law, which is denoted by W here. Remember this. Into thermal conductivity. K stands for thermal conductivity. Thermal conductivity, which stands for K. Okay, remember this. So the Weidmann-Franz law into room temperature, which is denoted by ohm here, and into thermal conductivity at temperature equals to 293 Kelvin according to multiplication of Weizmann law, room temperature into thermal conductivity. The current temperature of related to any kind of metal is 293 Kelvin, 3 degree Kelvin. Remember this. Okay. Now comes to derivation. What does the derivation say? It is derived from the expression of thermal conductivity, and it is derived from the expression of thermal conductivity, which is right, and electrical conductivity of a metal, which is right. Okay. Electrical conductivity of a metal here, which is denoted by ohm. Also, which is denoted by conductivity sign equals to Ne square by T into upon M. Okay. Thermal conductivity of a material. Here I teach you about the derivation. Okay. Related to Lorentz Drude and their thermal conductivity law, and yes, then so here Weidmann Franz law are derived from those residues. Okay. Now comes to thermal conductivity of a metal, which is denoted by K equals to half of Nv square into K into T, which is called the second equation. Here, here N stands for I think the wait a minute, number of electrons. I think because I teach you in the previous class, so what is the N stands for? Yes, N stands for here half of Nv square thermal conductivity. Okay, mv square, not Nv square. Here it is mv square into K into K into T. T stands for temperature. K stands for thermal conduction. Okay. Now thermal conductivity equals to half of Nv square K. This is the first and second equation. Laplace conductivity Ne square upon Ne square T upon M. Thermal conductivity. This is it. Now K thermal conductivity upon conductivity equals to half of Nv square K by E square, which is called third equation. How would this is possible? Because thermal conductivity is denoted by K, which is called half of Nv square into K into T. Electric conductivity denoted by this is the N, this is the N, this is the N. Yes, this is the N. Okay, wait a minute, I forgot it. This is the N. So here see, half of Nv square Kt, N stands for number of electrons, thermal conductivity half of Nv square K, electric conductivity here comes half of Nv square. So here we compare the first and second equation, we get this one. Third equation, half of Nv square by K by E square. Okay, so this is the third equation. N stands for number of electrons and the M stands for mass of, N stands for number of electrons and the M stands for mass of electron. Okay, so K by, if we compare this and this, let's see, K by ohm, K is N E square T by M Sorry, just a minute. K half of and V square KT by ohm. Ohm is value is n square T by M. So there the half of I tell you just like this the cross multiplication because it goes upside. Half of NV square KT into M and E square and E square T cutted by T and cutted by N T cutted by T and cutted by N. Now let's see here what's the residue. Half of V square what's the value? Yes, C E square. This is the same value here came out. K by conductivity, as you see this one and this one the same value. Okay, wait a minute, let's rub it just for checking is to clear your doubts. Now kinetic energy of electron, here we took the kinetic energy of electron or half of NV square equals to 3 by 2 kT square. Half of mv square means to say mass electron and velocity of electron. Okay, 3 by 2 kT square means K stands for thermal conductivity, T stands for temperature. Okay, substitute equation 4 in 3. Now see 4 in 3. What is the third equation? Half of mv square K by E square. Okay, substitute the equation 4 in there. And what is the fourth equation? 3 half of NV square. या फिर 3 by otherwise we took 3 by 2 kT square. Okay. So the equation is this. Here we took the 3 by 2 or half of ME. Let's check. K by omega K by omega K by conductivity 3 by 2 kT square. Okay. So equation 4 in third. Okay, 3 by 2 kT square into K by E square. Okay, it's okay. K by E square because half of MV square is cutted. Instead of half of NV square, we took 3 by 2 kT square. So that's the equation is 3 by, final equation is 3 by 2 K upon E square. This is the final equation. This is the final equation. T square. This is the final equation. Okay. T. This is big, so much big. Now K by conductivity equals to L by T. Remember this. Lorentz into temperature. Okay. Now L equals to 3 by 2 Ke whole square because K by omega equals to LT and K by here L equals to 3 also K by E whole square. 3 by 2 K by E whole square. is a constant and it is known as Lorentz number. It is also known as Lorentz number. So is a constant, then K by omega equals to constant into temperature, which is called the sixth equation. Remember this. It proved that the ratio of thermal conductivity to electrical conductivity of a metal is directly proportional to the absolute temperature of a metal. Directly proportional to the absolute temperature of a metal. Remember this. The ratio of thermal conductivity to electrical conductivity. Ratio of thermal electric is directly proportional to absolute temperature. Remember this. Okay. Now comes to Weizmann-Franz law that clearly shows here. Weizmann-Franz law clearly shows that if a metal if a metal has high thermal conductivity, it will also have high electrical conductivity. Okay, according to Weizmann-Franz law, if a metal, and this is the final question. Remember this. This is the final question. K by conductivity equals to constant T. Okay. Weizmann, when the thermal conductivity means to say heat conductivity of a metal is high, then the electrical conductivity is also high. Okay. The ratio of let's see it here. The ratio of thermal conductivity K of the metal and absolute temperature of the metal, which is represented by T, is a constant. Okay. It is called Lorentz number. Which is, what is Lorentz number? The ratio of thermal conductivity of a metal and absolute temperature of the metal is a constant. It is called Lorentz number. Now let's move on further. Now see it here. The advantages of a classical free electron. It is used to verify Ohm's law. It's true. Okay. The electrical and thermal conductivity of metals can be explained in this. This is also true. It is used to derive Weizmann-Franz law. This is also true. It is used to explain optical properties of metal. This is also true. Now, today's topic ends it here. Tomorrow I teach you about the quantum theory. In deep. Before that, I teach you about before that. I tell you the comparison. Tell you the comparison of classical and quantum theory, quantum electron theory. In metals. Okay. Yes. Okay. Now today's topic ends it here. Good night. Shubhratri. Take care. My name is Akshay. Please like, share, and subscribe my channel, Share Education Foundation Care. This is for free education. Soon I started communication theory and then geomathematics also, and theoretical quantum physics related to mechanical mathematics physics. So here on this channel, first I complete my electronics and telecommunication whole syllabus, including communication, they include medical electronics also. Then I come to electrical engineering, then I come to mechanical engineering. So here I give you the whole material related to electronics, electrical and mechanical engineering. plus related to BSc Physics and BSc Mathematics also. Soon I tell you related to the communication theory, signal theory, and analog communication. These all topics are covered in also in the circuit theory. These all topics are covered in electronics and telecommunication, but circuit theory, which is called network transmission lines, are covered in all of the theme, electrical, mechanical, and electronics also. So that's why after this I teach started teaching circuit theory. Okay, now good night, take care. My name is Akshay Dave. Please like, share, subscribe my channel Shesha Education Foundation here. Thank you very much. Take care. Shivratri.